Alright, folks. Here we are back at it again, once again in the backyard. Things are still what they are. And hopefully, by the time all these episodes get uploaded, things will be fairly well resolved because I don't have regular. I do all my uploads from public Wi Fi. I don't have public Wi Fi access as much anymore. So it is what it is. In any event, let's carry on. Diving back into the Irish whiskey scene here. Another wonderful offering in the form of Bushmills 10 single malt. They go out of their way to say right on the bottle that it's matured in bourbon and Oloroso sherry casks for 10 years. Ooh. You have a lot of other writings that talk about the whiskey itself. Apparently, there are official records of the Bushmills distillery existing in 1608, apparently, according to this stuff. Let's see. Pause now if you wish to read. Okay, moving on. So, Bushmills is the distillery that produces the Proper 12. It was featured in the last episode. So I was going to get this stuff. Ooh, lovely looking bottle. That bottle. It's nice. It's got kind of a divot. Look at that. That's nice. Yep, that's what that's there for. Yep. Yep. Yeah, triple distilled Irish whiskey. Single malt. Very nice looking bottle. Let's see. Even though I've cleaned this bottle before the video started, I'm still not going to use my teeth to dig into that peel there, just for... Things are what they are. Okay. Let me just get my keys put back away here. There we go. Using my clean at home touching my phone gloves, so everything's good. Okay. I got my tasting glass, which I've been keeping dry. Come on, where'd the lid go? Tube lid. Here we go. Okay. Gotta try to figure this out in a way where I'm not juggling around a million different things. Very fruity. Very fruity. Very corky as well. Let's see, is that smells strangely of pickles. Yes. Like briny. Ah, that's the word, briny. Fruity and briny. Interesting. So we'll go ahead and use the pouring divot. Nice deep pour in there. We're at home, no one's driving. Don't drive anyway. I rock a bus pass. Okay. I'll try to keep as little bit of water falling in here as I can. Man, what's the percentage on this? 40%. Standard offering. Ready for a minute. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Hitting the nose hard with the oak notes. Very rich, creamy oak. Bourbon fill casks always stand out. You know, a bourbon cask will definitely take over a sherry cask in my opinion, but it's still a good choice. On the nose, the bourbon cask is definitely taking over, and it's that sort of vanilla toffee. It rides the bourbon sort of rides that vanilla toffee zone where like a single malt barley with peat free will be like honey and what's a good honey and well, mostly honey. I want to say honey and petrichor or fruity, like sand rain. Yeah, like honey and petrichor, where bourbon is like toffee and vanilla. So the bourbon cask is definitely shining on this one. Getting those strong, oaky, creamy, toffee, vanilla notes. The sherry cask doesn't come through that much on the nose. And there's a hint of alcohol. Doesn't seem to be either citrusy or peppery. It's just kind of alcohol. It's not exceptionally sharp. It's a little sharp, but it's not too bad. It smells of alcohol, where sometimes you get a pepperiness or a citrusiness behind the alcohol flavor. And as you would expect, the bourbon and alcohol notes mellow with time. Okay. That's enough of that. Okay. Wow, actually. Yeah. Wow. Wow, I need to think about that. Hold on. That's very nice. Okay, yeah. That is a really good sherry cask in there. Yeah, the Oloroso sherry that they call out on the bottle, on the label. That's there in a big way. That's very nice. So it's like one then the other. You get the bourbon fill on the nose, and then the sherry fill on the palate. Wow. Seems this triple distilled Irish whiskey, like the Bushmills and the Sexton, I feel like because of the triple distillation, it's focusing the flavor on the barreling, and the whiskey itself comes through as more of like a textural experience, where the Sexton was very smooth and dry. The Bushmills 10 is slightly sharp and dry. I definitely feel like that was done on purpose. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely start to feel like the flavor notes focus on the barreling. Yeah, and the barrels that have been selected are excellent. Yeah, you really taste the fruitiness from those Oloroso casks. It's very nice. And it's not sweet. Yep, definitely not sweet. Feel like the triple distillation process has taken away some of the raw elements of the process. You know, you do one run, and like there's still going to be like flavor compounds and stuff that stick with that first pass distillation, and then you do a second and a third distillation run, and focusing down on that pure ethanol zone. And there are going to be certain amounts of flavor compounds that are lost in that process. And what you're ending up with is more of a texture to the alcohol than a flavor. And you know, it's a style of refinement that I personally haven't experienced in like American whiskey or Canadian whiskey or even Scotch, or Scotch whiskey, yeah, Scottish whiskey, yeah. So yeah, it's uniquely Irish. You know, if the triple distillation thing is like an Irish thing, then I can get behind that. The care and attention to the process, as well as the selection of casks, is what makes it a fine whiskey. And I gotta say, after the Proper 12 incident, where you know, it's Bushmills that produces Proper 12 for Mr. Conor McGregor. And after the Proper 12, I must admit my inklings of what Bushmills would produce was not that great. There was a bit of a bias there, but this stuff, yeah, it stands out. It's excellent. It seems with Irish whiskey, simplicity is the key. But in terms of the end product, yeah, not necessarily a simple process, because triple distillation is not a simple process. I mean, it's simple when you understand it, but on an industrial scale, it's a fine-tuned thing. Even still, yeah. Anyway, so it's not the process that's simple; it's the end product. It's very basic. Running into a lot of these basic whiskeys lately. I gotta get something crazy like Avalora Bunda. I hope that's how you pronounce that. I don't know. I just want it's like A apostrophe BUNDAH. Yeah, I should seriously look for that one next, because that stuff's actually really complex. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, well. Mm-hmm. Vanilla smacks you with a really nice bourbon fill. You're getting the vanilla and toffee notes off of that. The palate is remarkably clean sherry casks. you know, very much like fruit and not like wine. I do prefer the fruitiness rather than the wininess. And it's very much fruity. Oh, I got a droplet of water in there. Let's see how that changed it. Ah, that droplet of water that snuck its way in there. And it brought out the bourbon fill. That's one thing to notice. Accidental rainwater dilution has subsequently drawn out the bourbon fill flavors in place of the sherry cask. And then with the triple distillation, there is a slight sharpness to the whiskey itself. It is sharp without being offensive or boozy, and it is clean. Yeah, it's like that. It's like aqua vitae, water of life. Seems like this Irish whiskey stuff just comes out clean and almost flavorless. Oh yeah. A droplet of water brought out the bourbon, like big time. If there is a sharpness to the alcohol, but it's not offensive. It feels like stylistic, like they chose it to be that way, to be its own product. I mean, you distill this, you distill anything enough times, and it's all just going to be pure ethanol, right? So they got to do something. It's very good. Unfortunately, my travels today, I neglected to purchase some cola, so there will be no Bushmills shot, at least in this segment. I may get to a shot later on. We'll see. Yeah. So anyway, let's top it off. Bourbon fill notes on the nose. We're getting the toffee and the vanilla from the bourbon. On the nose, you're getting the fruity sherry fill and not a winey sherry fill flavoring aroma, with also, you know, rich creamy oakiness, followed up with a not peppery or citrus but somewhat sharp alcohol-y, not boozy, but it's just a sharp alcohol smell. Which smell not, but that transfers to the palate. Yeah, it's a little sharp, a little alcohol-y, not boozy. But it's sharp, and the sharpness is neither peppery nor citrusy. Okay, cheers. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. Stay warm and dry out there. Come on. Press the button. Hey, press the button.